Day 124 of the 154-day work week. The days are flying by between now and that July 8th proxima. There's only 30 days left between now and then. This is the time to dig deep. You've heard me say it before, but in the back half, that's really when you make your money. That's when you get yours. If you're a regional manager, your bonuses are all coming into play now. If you're a franchisee, your business expenses have been taken care of. Make sure you don't waste this opportunity that is the next 30 days to really take advantage of the market while it's still at its absolute hottest. So I got two really big things to announce today. I've been talking about it the last couple videos here. So we got two really big things. One, I've already announced, but I don't think too many saw it. And the other is new. To all you rookies, but to returners, you would have seen it last year. So the first is reference letters. I know a lot of people have decided to take this on to make sure you can build your resume and get some reference letters. And for us, we really want to be able to deliver on that value and that commitment to you. Depending on how you run the business, it's obviously going to have an impact on the type of reference letter that you'd receive, just like anywhere else. So for us, the way that we're going to do that this year is equate it directly to something that you're very familiar with, which is school marks. So school marks, A, B, C, etc. Depending on the, level or quality of business that you run, you'll get an equivalent grade, and based on the grade, that'll determine who you'll be able to get a reference letter from. So hitting your development target, so hitting your DT, will be considered a B. It's not a standout performance, but it's definitely something that's strong. So a B would be your development target. If for some reason you don't know your exact development target, talk to your coach, but a B would be the development target. From there, 10% above your development target would be considered a B+. 20% above your development target would be considered an A-. 25% above your development target would be an A, and 30% above your development target would be an A+. So then we've got your B again, that is your development target. 5% below your development target would be considered a B-. 10% below your development target would be considered a C+. 15% above or below your development target would be a C, and 20% below your development target would be a C-. So for anyone who runs a C-level business, so again, that's the scale, you'll receive a reference letter from your coach. So that's how it would work. At close down, you'll receive that reference letter. Anybody who runs a B-level business would also get a reference letter from myself. So you would get one from your coach and myself if you run what we would consider a B-level business. And then if someone were to run an A-level business, they would also get a reference letter from our CEO, April, which would be then 3 reference letters leaving the program at the end of the year this year. So again, wanting to add value based on your performance, and the way that we're going to do that is those reference letters on that scale. So make sure you know it. Now, the next part is to me, I think one of the most fun, exciting events we had last year. We had something we called a success event, and the success event was invite only based on performance here. And really the performance was the performances that aligned with success. And what we did is we had something that we called the Drive to 75 in 2017, and the Drive to 75 is going to live here again in 2018. So the Drive to 75 will be something that everybody goes through with your coach tomorrow. There is a leaderboard that's been made. Your coach has all of the thresholds, and the thresholds, the Drive to 75 is being able to accomplish 75% of what you did in the first 5 weeks in the second 5 weeks. So basically 75% of what you did in May, accomplishing that in June. So again, if you produced, booked 20 grand in May, 75% of that would be $15,000. So you'd book an additional $15,000 in June. Your coach will walk you through it tomorrow, but there is a leaderboard, and the different categories are estimates, booking, and production. So you'd have to accomplish 75% of the number of estimates that you did in May in June, 75% of the bookings that you did in May in June, etc. And then there's a wild card category of completing 75 estimates. You need to accomplish 3 of the 4 categories to be able to be invited to our success event, which will not disappoint. If you talked to any returners last year, again, I think it was one of the best events of the year. But really, what made it such a good event, I think, is that everybody there had essentially got themselves to the point where they're already produced past success. So the reason we call it the success event, and the reason these thresholds are there, is if you accomplish these thresholds, it would be next to impossible to not be successful. And then we get to go to an event with a whole bunch of people in the second half of the summer that are all like-minded. So if you watch the last couple of days, they all kind of connect. Who you're surrounding yourself with, make sure that you're not complaining, that you're putting the work in. And now these are some very, very, very clear thresholds that will all but guarantee you that you hit success. So talk to your coach about it tomorrow. Remember, the reference letter scale is there. The drive to 75 is on. The leaderboard is in a Google document. Make sure you do 75% of what you did in May in either your estimates, bookings, and production, or hit that wild card of 75 estimates, hit 3 of the 4 of them, and you're invited to that success event. But more importantly, you'll have accomplished success for the year. So again, that's your 154-day work week. There's 30 days left until the July 8th Proximal, which is the deadline for the drive to 75. I hope everybody's had an amazing Saturday and Sunday. The weather has been unbelievable for you to be able to go out there and take advantage of it. There's 30 days left. Remember, you guys can do anything for a week, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.